How do you bring faith into your workplace? I just want to say right up front, I'm not asking anybody to be the way that I am. I want them to be the way that I am, but I'm not forcing anyone to do anything. Now, how do I bring faith into the workplace? Well, it starts at the hiring. When we sit down and communicate with people about the opportunity that we have in our business, not only expose the financial opportunity, we not only expose the professional opportunities that we have, we actually have people meet with multiple people throughout our companies. But one of the things that we share, just to make sure we're all on the same playing field, is that we like to talk about our faith in our company if that's going to be disruptive for you. And it's not in some kind of ill-intentioned way, but we need them to know that like, this is a part of our culture, is we are more than just doers and just doing work in a day to collect a paycheck. We're working to make each other better holistically in our personal lives, in our professional lives, in all parts of our lives. And so we expose during the hiring process that we talk about our faith. Listen, not everybody in our company is a Christian like I am, all right? But everybody in our company knows that Schuyler's gonna talk about it, and it's just a part of how I make my decisions. Now, listen, if you are a faith-centered person and you do care to bring this into your workplace and it's with your team that's already onboarded, right? We're not talking about the hiring process anymore. I want you to think of it this way. Think of yourself holding on to one end of a rope, and think of the person on the other end holding on to that end of the rope. And you need to be able to communicate and talk with them at a pace where you can pull them slowly to you without yanking the rope out of their hand. All right. If you go into that conversation and you just give that rope a big yank, you're going to rip it right out of their hands, and you're not going to have that opportunity to rebuild that. Okay. That trust will be gone, and the words that came out of your mouth will be more damaging than productive. Now, if you go into that conversation and you even let them start the conversation and you start to pull on that rope gently, then slowly but surely over time, you're going to see that that person will move closer and closer to you. The trust and the safety will be there. So they'll be open to the idea of discussing it, and it'll give you opportunity to do that. All right. The last thing that I would say is, as a leader, you need to be in a position where you have a clear purpose for your life, you have a clear purpose for your business, and you have a clear purpose for your team as a whole. And when I talk about purpose, it's never about what I'm going to get. Like if you got a purpose that's just what you're going to get, you're going to quit on yourself. That's a purpose that's not evergreen. Now, if you create a purpose that's about others, that's about not only your higher power, but about the gift that you're going to give this world and the gift that you're going to give your team and your clients and the love that you're just going to spread out into the world. If your purpose is about giving, you're never going to quit on that. And the reason why we have to have a bigger purpose that excites us is because when we're rallying the company around a vision to move in a direction, that vision that you created and that direction that you're moving, it's to accomplish a purpose. Without a why, you're going to run out of endurance. You're going to achieve what people call burnout. When you have a big why and why you do everything you do to the best of your ability, not only can you cast a great vision in that direction, but you can execute on a plan that you're going to have unlimited energy to pursue. And that's why you have to bring your faith into your workplace, is because you have to have a higher power directing you to do things not just for yourself, but to do them for others. And when your business and your team is on purpose, your job of being a motivator, that job will become a very small part of your day. So I want you to think of a couple things. In my hiring process, am I exposing my true nature of who I am? Are you exposing the values and the culture that you have of just sharing your faith from time to time? We're not forcing it, right? We're not meeting every day to talk about our faith, but it comes out because it's a part of who we are. All right. So are you exposing it in your hiring process? Second thing, are you yanking the rope out of people's hands, or are you gently pulling it when they ask you to pull on that rope? Are you closing the gap at a pace that makes sense where people feel safe and they feel trusted? Number three, does your company have a bigger why for why it's in business? I mean, are you spending all of your time motivating people to work hard, or are they so excited about what you're going to do for this world and the impact you're going to make on other people that they'll never quit, that they'll never achieve burnout because they've got a fuel source on the inside that's propelling them to go do great things. That's why you have to do it. That's why you have to get good at it. And that's how we do it in our business. Hey, if you like this information, go into the show notes and sign up for our newsletter. We send stuff out like this every Friday, and it's the models that I use to build a steady business, to run a steady team, and to lead myself in a steady way.